Good evening. We have late breaking news at this time. Amid the chaos and bloodshed in Minneapolis this weekend, a leaked memo has revealed the Trump administration's true motive in sending ICE troops to occupy the city as a paramilitary force, and for the first time, Attorney General Pam Bondi has been linked to the recent violence there. I want to emphasize right now, this is in no way exaggeration, and if you care about American democracy, either as a citizen or a friend overseas, you need to see this report. My name is David Reddish. Welcome to the show, brought to you as always by Occupy Democrats. First, please excuse my appearance. I was not planning on reporting today, which is why I look a bit casual. Second, please excuse my asking you to subscribe to the David Reddish Show channel now to stay up to date on this and all other breaking news out of Minneapolis. But let's get to it. This weekend has already seen the situation in the city escalate with the killing of yet another innocent protester, 37-year-old Alex Peretti, a nurse.
Cell phone video shows the moments leading up to the shooting. A federal agent pushes a person to the ground and pepper sprays them. Then more officers converge and wrestle a man to the ground, appearing to hit him before at least one agent opens fire and kills the man. The backlash was swift. Law enforcement officers used pepper balls and flashbangs against protesters gathered at the scene.
It's actually hard to breathe right now. It's both a combination of the pepper spray that was used by agents to disperse the crowd where that shooting took place and the literal dumpster fire that is spewing black smoke into the street.
I didn't know him.
Ella Brettenfeld was among the protesters.
The system isn't working. It's killing people in our streets. It's killing our neighbors. It's injuring people. It's traumatizing children.
An outraged Governor Tim Walz said the federal government cannot be trusted to lead this investigation. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem claimed, without offering evidence, that the victim was responsible for the confrontation.
He wasn't there to peacefully protest. He was there to perpetuate violence.
The Department of Homeland Security claims the man approached officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun and violently resisted arrest. CBS News has identified the man as 37-year-old Alex Peretti, a Minneapolis resident and an American citizen. Minneapolis police say he had a valid permit to carry a gun.
So what does Pam Bondi have to do with ICE, which is under the purview of the Department of Homeland Security and Secretary Kristi Noem, the woman who inspired the film The Substance? I'm getting there. First, my heart, like so many other in the United States right now, goes out to the spirit of Alex Peretti, who was not brandishing a gun or threatening violence when he was killed. It infuriates me to no end that Donald Trump and his wannabe fascists would denigrate a patriotic and peaceful American who was just killed this way. It's beyond offensive, and it's insulting to your intelligence. Anyone who has seen that video footage knows that the administration is lying when they call him violent. And as it turns out, he's just a pawn in another plot. A plot to use ICE to pressure local and state officials into cooperating with the Trump administration's latest scheme. Tonight, a letter from the Justice Department, signed by Attorney General Bondi herself, has revealed its true intent. At the time of this report, it has been authenticated by Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut. The letter, again, calls for local and state officials to defer to give ICE free rein over the state. But more importantly, it reveals the real reason ICE is there: to take control of all voter data in the state, in essence, ceding operations of the upcoming midterm elections to the Trump administration. The letter reads in part, quote, allow the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice access to the voter rolls to confirm that Minnesota's voter registration practices comply with federal law as authorized by the Civil Rights Act of 1960. Fulfilling this common sense request will better guarantee free and fair elections, close quote. I'll let Senator Chris Murphy explain further.
Pam Bondi sent a letter to state officials in Minnesota in which she made a list of demands for ICE to leave Minneapolis. And one of those demands was that the state turn over its voter rolls to the federal government. This has never been about public safety. Minneapolis is a much less safe place today because ICE is there. This is likely about trying to rig and steal the election. Donald Trump is wildly unpopular. He is not committed to democracy. And he knows the only way that his movement is to retain power, the only way that his corporate allies retain power, his billionaire allies retain power this November, is for Trump to steal the election. And so he's saying to Minneapolis, if you don't give me control of the voter rolls, then ICE isn't leaving. And you can see that if he gets away with it in Minnesota, he's likely going to try it in places like Philadelphia and Phoenix, other key cities in swing states. So understand why it's so important for us to draw a line. I have been arguing all weekend that the Senate should not pass funding for the Department of Homeland Security. First and foremost, because this is a rogue agency that is operating outside of the law and is killing American citizens. But also because the underlying game here may be to steal the 2026 election. And no senator, but in particular no Democratic senator, should play a part in that.
And there it is. This whole charade has been about intimidation, not of immigrants, but of everyone on American soil, including citizens ahead of the 2026 midterms. This is Donald Trump trying to rig an election again. This is the administration trying to stage a massive voter purge, not to mention intimidate voters into staying home this November, the very practice that elected Donald Trump in the first place. And Alex Peretti, a good American, is dead in the name of this scheme. All the violence, the beatings, the gassing of children, the separation of families, the killing of Renee Good, the raids on homes without warrants, all of it is to scare you. You right here, right now, listening to me. This is textbook fascism. It's the way the brown shirts operated, and yes, the way the Nazis operated too. It is no longer a question of if it can happen here, it's starting. The only question, my beautiful viewers, is what are you going to do about it? Well, I have a suggestion. Tell Pam Bondi and Kristi Noem and Donald Trump and all their loser incel ICE agents that in America, we are born warriors and we are not afraid. Sometimes we need to be reminded, just like Mr. Roosevelt did after Pearl Harbor, we are not afraid and we will not stop until these thugs are defeated and extricated. Tonight, make that choice to stand for your country no matter what. Say a prayer for your fellow Americans who are scared and hurting. And say a prayer for Alex Peretti and Renee Good. They were two good Americans, and they were innocent people. And wherever they are, may they rest in power. I'm David Reddish.